All right, today we're going to talk about internet marketing for startups and those who are trying to get something, a product off the ground. So we're going to talk about the internet marketing success formula. We're going to talk about the top ways of generating traffic. And we're also going to talk about the 5 things you need to do to your website today. First thing is the internet marketing formula. It is traffic times conversion rate times the average sale times frequency equals the average daily sales. Now, this is actually a universal formula that can be used on any product. So in this example, I've set it up so that assuming that we're going to send 100 people to a website that has a 1% conversion rate with a product price of $20, and on average they're going to purchase from us for 3 times, that's going to give us an average sales per day of $60. Now, if your product is a one-time purchase, what is frequency? Frequency is 1. So just be aware of that. Hopefully your product price is way higher than that. $20 is not going to work anymore on the web just because traffic costs have gone sky high. But in this case, let's just do it. Assume that traffic costs $1 per click. In most cases, it's going to cost much more than that, but let's just assume that for the sake of argument. So it's going to cost, you put $100 in, you get $100 of traffic, 100 people to come to your site. There's a conversion rate of 1%. They buy the product for $20, and on average, they come back 3 times. That's going to give you $60 per customer. Now, the bad thing is in this example, it costs $100, you get $60 out. It's a bad deal. You're not going to make money doing that. In the next example, we leave it the same as far as traffic. We're going to spend $100. We're going to get 100 people to click on our site, but this time we're going to increase our conversion rate by 2%, and everything else stays the same, and we can actually double our sales. If we improve the traffic rate, keep the conversion rate at 1%, you see we add a 0 on there for our average sales, and then of course, if we improve it by 1% on the conversion rate, we double our sales. Fairly standard. However, if you will focus on this, you can find out if you can actually make money. So in this case, in the event that, $1,000 is only going to kick out $200 out, that's probably, you're going to have to raise your price. You cannot have a product price today on the web and make it even at a 2% conversion rate. And that's assuming you're a super great marketer to get a 2% conversion rate. When you send cold traffic from some ad source or anywhere else, but it's cold, they do not know who you are, you're going to be lucky to get 1%, just so you know. It's very competitive out there. So remember that. So we can control traffic, and we have a little bit of control over the conversion rate. At least we can influence it. Obviously, our customers are going to determine what our conversion rate is, but there are things we can do to increase it by having a better headline, by making the offer better. So anyway, we'll talk about that. So let's talk about traffic. If you can influence it or have control over it, how do you do that? Well, these are the elements that you can use to generate traffic on the web today. It's fairly limited, so you can become an expert in each one of these forms of traffic. And of course, ultimately, you want to send as many sources of these traffic to a converting, once again, conversion is another thing we control, a converting landing page. Ideally, it should be to a landing page and not your website. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But there are 2 different types of traffic. You have paid and you have organic. Organic, we've always assumed, was free because you don't actually take out your wallet and actually pay somebody for it. However, organic traffic is not free because it takes time. You have to create content. That is why we call it content marketing. And here are the things that we have listed for organic traffic. So SEO, search engine optimization, there's things you can do to your website to get traffic that way. It takes a very long time. It can take six months to a year to get traffic. So it's not going to, if you're looking for instant traffic, this is not a solution for you. Blog organic traffic, that can actually give you instant traffic if you are helping to maybe do a blog post on a guest blogger site that has a lot of traffic already. You can write articles that will get you traffic. You can do link bait. You've seen those sites that have really crazy headlines say, hey, did you hear about somebody doing this and this and that? You should go check this out. And that's link bait. Forums is another place you can get free traffic. You can get it from social media by doing social media posts. You've got Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest. You've got TikTok. Believe it or not, TikTok, it would seem like it's just a kid's thing. There is some great business things going on TikTok, and I would highly recommend you look at that. It's not all about girls dancing and all that other weird stuff you might see on there. But the more you look at the business things, you'll get more things coming to you. So TikTok, believe it or not, is a really great way to get some great traffic, even if you're just selling business to business. YouTube is a great way to get organic traffic. People are searching for solutions. So YouTube, in my opinion, is the best way to get organic traffic today. You can also create some press releases and post those out. Have those paid posts. There's paid placement. That's not necessarily free, but press releases can get you traffic. And then email blasts. An email blast is basically organic traffic, but you have to have an email list to be able to send those to. So that's not going to work for everybody. But that's an example of organic traffic. Then you have paid traffic. That's PPC, pay-per-click. And Google AdWords is the big bad boy there. Facebook ads has come on very strong in the last couple of years and has been more successful actually on pay-per-click. However, their costs have gone sky high recently, so that's not going to be a solution for everybody. And then the Bing Ad Center is also another place you can get pay-per-click. It's also a good way to get cheaper traffic. It's not as popular. However, the people who are using that means they're using the Bing search engine and they're going to see the search results come from Bing. You will have some pretty good results as a little tip there. The reason being is that people don't know that they can change out their browser. So these are older people, and older people have more money. So those are some things you should consider if you are going to use pay-per-click. And pay-per-click is the fastest way to get traffic to your site today. And that's the way we would recommend to anyone who's starting out to get started. You can also use ad networks. And there's a bunch of those. You'll see the ad networks are the ones you see like on Wall Street Journal when you see an ad on the side, or any popular LA Times, any web news site or popular site that has a lot of content. You're going to see ads, and those are coming from ad networks. And a lot of those are using retargeting. Retargeting allows you to, if someone comes to your site and you put a retargeting pixel on your site, that means you now know that they have been to your site. They will actually go to their Wall Street Journal and see your ad pop up there. That's retargeting. And retargeting is less expensive, so something to think about. By the way, all these things you can just Google to find additional information, and there's so much information that will tell you this particular training is going to tell you where to look. And then, of course, we do have training that goes into more in-depth on each of these individually, but there's actually a lot there, so we do that on separate trainings. The other thing you can do is get traffic from other people's traffic. A great way to do that if you're selling a physical product is Amazon. Amazon already has millions of people buying on their site, and by putting your products on their site will get you typically instant sales. I have a buddy who just put out a new product out on Amazon, and his sales on Amazon have outpaced the $800,000 he was doing on his little website that's just out there on the web. So Amazon could be a great solution to get instant sales if you have physical products. Other people's traffic, there's already people on Facebook, there's already people on all these other places that have traffic. So YouTube is an example. And just by posting good content can also get you traffic, and do it very quickly. A blog post as a guest on someone else's site is also a fantastic way to get fast traffic. And then posting in forums and groups. You do have to be careful posting in forums and groups so that you don't sound spammy and don't get kicked out. So make sure you read the rules and regulations for the particular group. But there's groups in Facebook, there's groups in LinkedIn, and just by posting good content in those groups can get you traffic. People will want to find out more about you, and they'll direct message you. So there's things you can do for that. And then affiliates is a great way to get traffic, and we call that CPA, cost per action. They are going to expect you to pay them. They're going to take the risk. They're going to send traffic, and they're going to expect a payment. And an example that I have here, we've got ClickBank. ClickBank is a great place to start if you are just getting started. It used to be for just info type products, but they will sell physical products as well today. And you pay $50 and you get placed into their network, and they have a whole bunch of affiliates. And if you can get some affiliates to pick you up, then you should start to get some traffic. The thing about affiliates that you need to know is it's, even though it is great, I've had customers turn it on from day one and get 100 sales the same day. So it's very, very powerful. However, that's only going to work if you've already tested traffic to your website, to your landing page. And if that does not convert, do not go get affiliates, because they are not going to, if they go ahead and they take the risk and spend some money sending traffic to your site and then it doesn't convert, they're going to leave. And you've got a one-shot deal with them. So if you've tested your site, you already know that it converts well, and it needs to probably convert from at least a 1%, but hopefully higher rate, then you want to use affiliates, and then that's going to send you over the top. Here's some others I have listed there, and then I have a link there below that you can go and take a look at the best CPA networks. The ones that I have listed, okay, these right here, Max Bounty all the way to ClickDealer, they are highly sophisticated affiliate networks. They call them CPA networks, and you do want to make sure that you have your ducks lined up before you turn these guys on, because they'll send a bunch of traffic, but they're not going to, you have to be approved by them to get into their network. So it's very important that you have tested your site thoroughly before you turn it over to someone like a CPA network. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that people make on their website is, and I'll say this, there's a corporate website, and that is that they have a lack of call to action. So as you can see here, we've got some, you've got some navigation, you've got a headline there, not too bad, but you've got some text, but there's nothing in this, we call this above the fold. So this is where you have to have a call to action above the fold. So as an example, that's a corporate website versus a landing page. A landing page is going to have something like, in this case, we have a headline, we have the call to action, and that's right there. Join the live launch challenge. And then, of course, a video that explains what it is and why you should join. So that's the difference between a corporate website, which doesn't really if you're sending traffic to your corporate website, you're losing money. It's just a complete waste of money. You need to make sure that you're sending to a specific landing page where there's no options. You can't hop over to services and solutions and about us and all that kind of stuff. You're going to explain everything you need to in the video, and then have a call to action. It needs to be above the fold. And that is how you increase conversion. So you need to have a strong call to action. And there's a couple elements you need to have as well. Reciprocity, social proof, and scarcity. Those were elements that came from a guy named Robert Cialdini in his book called Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. Reciprocity is where you give something in return for something back. So, as an example, I'm going to give you my free book. All you have to do is give me your email. And my book is awesome, and it's going to teach you how to do this and this and that. All you have to do is give me your email address, and I'll send you a download version. That is reciprocity. Social proof is where you have other people who are saying, oh yeah, this guy's great. It's other people telling you about how great this book really is. That's social proof. So those are testimonials. Scarcity is where you put a time on it. if you don't have scarcity on your site, you're actually losing conversion. You can actually increase your conversion rate with scarcity by saying, this offer for getting this free book download ends tonight. That creates scarcity. It creates a stronger call to action, and you'll have higher conversion rate. So make sure you add reciprocity, social proof, and scarcity to all of your landing pages. And then you need to make sure that you know your numbers. You need to know your conversion rates, your traffic to lead to sale. And you can do that by setting up Google Analytics. It's a free program. It's not the easiest to use, so I would recommend that once you do set it up, you just have to have a Gmail account, and then type in Google Analytics in Google, and you'll find out how to get there. You log in and set up your site. You'll post a little piece of code on your website so that it can track what's going on your website, and you can go to YouTube and get some videos on how to do that. So here are the 5 things you need to do to your website today. You need to review the title tag of your website and make sure that you have keyword phrases that are popular for the item that you're pushing. So that's going to be very important. You need to make sure you install SEO Quake. It's a Firefox plugin, and run an analysis for problems with your existing site. By running that plugin, it will tell you what's wrong and what you need to fix to make it more so that it will be scanned by the search engines, and you'll get better success that way. And then you'll want to start testing headlines. If you don't have a landing page, you need to create one. That probably should be the first thing you should do. But I would suggest you put a headline on your actual website as well, because headlines are the things that people see initially, and that will determine if they're going to stay on your site. And then make sure you have a call to action. Make sure it's clear, and make sure it is above the fold. And then make sure you have your analytics running on your website. If you do those things, you're going to be 10 times ahead of where you were before you started watching this. And they're also going to be necessary to be successful in everything I'm suggesting. Next thing we're going to do is take a look at some landing pages or sales pages. Here's one consulting.com has. It has a headline, has the offer stating what the offer is. You get a free 7-day trial. So that's okay. There is no video on this one. Actually that is a video. So they're going to have a sales video that's going to show you what it is, and that's going to convince you that you need to join the 7-day accelerator. And then you enter in your first, last name, and email and join. It does have social proof. There's social proof right here. You've got 4.9 stars of 3,700 people gave it that rating. What else does it have here? It's also got join the 10,000 plus members. That's also social proof. And then they have videos of people who have said, oh yeah, these guys are so good. It helped me, my business, whatever. So that is actually a good page. This particular company, they are doing about 20 million. This right down here is a chatbot. That's also a great conversion option that you want to look into. If you need one, you can give us a contact, and we'll let you know how to get one on there. By the way, just as a quick note, I put a chatbot on my wife's website. She's a cake decorator, and she went from doing maybe 1 cake per month to she does about 10 cakes per month. I'm about to take her site down because it's kind of being annoying, because 10 cakes, these are all custom big time cakes, and that's a little bit challenging for one person. She's actually done as many as 8 cakes per week. Sorry, I said 10 cakes per month, but it's 8 to 10 cakes per week, which is crazy. And that was all done through chatbots. Another thing, here's another one, Fletcher Method. This is actually his website, his corporate website. So he does have some navigation up here, you can see. But he has a call to action. He's got a big headline, big promise. Online marketing just got way easier. In fact, that's a good promise you'd want right now after hearing everything I've told you, because it sounds kind of complicated. And he also has social proof right here. This is all in his headline. There's, at least according to 11,000 people who've tried this. So, and then he says, show me the easy way. Click here to watch the free. He's got free in there. I mean, this has all the elements of really smart marketing. The word free is very powerful. And then you click on that. It's going to ask you for your username or for an email. He's going to put you in his funnel, and then he's going to give you an offer to buy something. And it could actually even look like this. It's going to send you to, after he's collected your things, he's going to give you, here's his offer. Hey, here's our new 48-hour challenge. How would you like to spend 2 days working with a team of marketing experts, building a detailed game plan for success that's custom tailored to your exact business? That is a very good headline. It tells you exactly what it is, what you get when you get done, and it's tailored exactly to your business. In his video, you can bet it's going to be outstanding, and you're probably going to sign up. He's very good. Now, here's an example of a typical sales process. So this particular person, client attraction, she's got a video out here. She's telling you about, how great she is. Not necessarily how great she is, but her offer, which is this audio. And you can get it for free by putting in your name and your email. So reciprocity is taking place here. Look at the other things she has going on. Look at all this social proof. She's been on Inc. 5000. She's been in Forbes, Fast Company. She's got all these people saying, yes, this is so cool. You should definitely check this out. She is actually doing a process we call a two-step. So she's only asking for the first name and email. And then, of course, to send the CD, she has to get your address. So she puts that on the second page. Now, here's what's interesting. Because there are people who are not going to fill this part out because they're like, I don't want her to know my address, but I do want the CD. So it's, once again, reciprocity. You give me your address, I'll send you my CD for free. So I've done this, by the way, gone through her sales funnel. It's very, very good. What's interesting, we found my CRMs also do two-step sales processes. And we found that the two-step sales process will outperform a one-page sales process every single time. And here's the reason why. If she had placed this on the home page, let's say 100% of the people who fill this out, only 20% are going to fill out the second page because they don't want to put in their private information. They don't want to put in their address. And if she had put that there, she would have gotten fewer people to convert. So she's got people, 100% of the people filling this out, only 20% getting this, but now they're in her marketing funnel. And do you think that she's going to send them this offer? Again, you bet she is. And it's going to say, hey, I noticed you didn't go ahead and put in your address. All we need is your address, and we'll send you that CD. So she's got an email marketing sequence that will continue on and get people into her funnel. What's interesting is after you fill this out, then she sends you to another. It says, thank you for requesting your CD in the mail. And then she has her real offer. The offer where she's going to make you, and it's going to be a paid offer. She has a video. She's basically reading text in a PowerPoint that tells what the offer is about. It sends them to the call to action, which is an add to a cart. It was actually right above the fold. It's just that I couldn't fit this all on the same page, so I had to break this up. She has social proof right here, right there. And then she's also got options. Option 1 is $497. Option 2, you can go ahead and get 5 payments of $120. This is super smart. That's the reason she's on the Inc. 5000, is that she has got a great automated sales process. And this is, if you can mimic this in your business, you will find success. I guarantee it. Put your conversion metrics to it. You're going to find out what that is, and you will have something going on. And conversion tracking is very important. Use Google Analytics to use goals in Google Analytics to get your conversion tracking set up. And there's also click tracking and pixel tracking tools that you can purchase. You can just do a Google search to find out what those are. And the analytics you're going to want to look at are unique visitors, pages per visit, and the average visit duration, how long they stay on your site, and then your bounce rate. These are the things that show engagement of your audience. So an example, I pulled up a site that's it's got 14,000 visitors. On average, they do 4.18 pages per visit. It's pretty good. Actually, not bad. By the way, this is controlled by you. You're in control of how many pages per visit because you can design your pages to drive them down a path. And the smart marketers will do that. Drive you down a path. That will also get your pages per visit up. By the way, when Google sees that, they see, oh, wow, these guys are, they're not just coming to the homepage and leaving like most people's website. The other thing they look at is how long do they stay on the site? In this case, it's 3 minutes. That's pretty darn good. I do have a site that's getting as many as 15 minutes, which is comparable to Facebook's time on site. But in most cases, if we were to look at, unless you're a very sophisticated marketer that's getting a lot of traffic, you're going to, if you were to go ahead and do this on your own site, you're going to see that having looked at hundreds of thousands of sites in the last 35 years, because I've developed that many, you'll see that most sites do about 9 seconds on the average site duration. And then I also look at the bounce rate to see how fast they're taking off. I'll also look at the visitor flow to find out what pages they're looking at after they come into the site and where they go to from there. So visitor flow is another thing that you can get. These are all on Google Analytics, by the way. And then I also look at conversions. And in this case, you can see I was actually converting on this particular site 6.9%. So you can get higher rate than 1%, but you have to get very good to do that. If you do have any questions, that concludes our training for today. And you can go to syncnet.com and you can take one of our call to actions and set up an appointment to have a demo or get some additional consulting. So good luck. This is a challenging thing. The competition on the web is very strong today. You're probably not going to be successful right out the gate. You're going to have to do a lot of testing. So that's why it does help to have a mentor or a consultant on your site to help you get through those challenges. But it is something you need to gain some expertise for yourself in. You can go ahead and you can pay some marketing company, $20,000 to come in and help figure all this stuff out for you. But there's no guarantee that you'll have success anyway, because marketing is all about testing. And so you do need to develop some deep domain expertise in this if you're going to be in the internet marketing world selling products or services online. So take the time, learn it, and become an expert in each of these fields, and you'll find success. Good luck.